Welcome back to Business Today on KTN News. Now, this week on The Innovator, I ventured into the world of computing to meet a young innovator who is looking to make laptops more affordable to revolutionize the local manufacture and assembly of laptops. Take a look.
Yes, Cornelius?
For most university students, access to a computer has become a near necessity as more institutions digitize their learning systems. The COVID-19 pandemic further accelerated the process, with virtual learning and examinations becoming the order of the day. But for thousands of students, the inherent cost associated with acquiring computers, laptops, tablets, and other devices remain a key challenge. It is this gap that 27-year-old Daniel Bundi Kotonya sought to remedy through the local assembly and manufacture of laptops. Bundi, an engineer with a passion for tech, is the founder and CEO of a technology firm, Nitech.
The latest product, Nitech, is that it is locally made. It is meant for Africa. That's why it's on, if you see its website, it's on nitech.africa. It picks a lot of lessons from projects that have run locally. For example, the digital literacy program, which we call the DLP, in which I was the product and process engineer and the lead engineer. It's commonly known as the Class 1 laptops project. And, I saw some of the things the government was trying to do and the mishaps it had. And I decided to make it private and make it better. Of course, with not so much money as government has, but with a little bit more efficiency as a private corporate can bring in.
But like other products, competition is high, creating a need for each gadget to carve out its own competitive edge.
We have, first, the big range that you can choose from. We do something called SKD, semi-knockdown assembly. And then something also we call bare bolt. Bare bolt means with a similar specs, we can get you different processors. If you want an i7 of your current machine, assuming it was an i5, we're able to work around it to give you exactly the same thing in i7 with a slight price range, but a shorter turnaround time. And then also the other thing, we have a security feature, a perfect security feature with the laptops at no cost. All these laptops are mapped to an online system, a server, which we manage. Actually, the server is insured with encryption and a 25 million insurance cap for anything that gets out of the server that is not encrypted. What we mean by that is this. When you walked into this building, if you had a machine, they'll have asked you to write down the serial number, which is done everywhere else. But for our machines, you don't need to write anything. Once you walk in, with a normal phone, you're able to, the guard down there will be able to scan whatever is down here. These are our serial numbers, so to say. And it will bring the face of the holder of the machine, the phone number, the specs of the machine, and the date when the machine was bought. If somebody else tries to do that, walk in with your machine, for example, their face will show up. And you have to call the person whose face shows up to confirm that actually they gave the machine to you, and the two have your identity and the identity that is on the machine have to meet. They have to be concurrent.
So what has the reception been like in the market?
We already have 2 corporate partnerships, ordering masses in their thousands. They are entities of higher learning. We are in talks with 3 others. Yes, 3 others, 2 private and another public, to use this. And on private orders, as you will notice that we haven't done a formal launch for this. Actually, since we started doing our first production, it has been 1 month and 2 weeks. But we already have, are there 28 orders, private orders, just guys calling in and they want these machines and all that.
With over 23 patented innovations to his name and over 40 commissioned works, Daniel keeps a tight schedule, having to rely on his team to ensure that all goes well.
I have a pretty lean team. Again, as you understand, we are a startup. So I should say we have 18 people. We have the executive that comprises of 3. And then we have the others are technicals, and we have a few interns. And I should say all of them they do a double job, so to say. These are programming corner.
Okay.
This is where the first designs happen. Yeah, these are everything, the brainchild, everything is created here before it goes to the assembly for the design and all that.
Okay.
And here we have Ndubi. He's the head of our product and marketing. Okay. Chris is in charge of our security and development. It's called Chris Chalo, Ndubi Simba. Very resourceful guys. We have Makori on the other side. He supports Chris on what we're doing. Some of the cool features is that, of course, we have our logos. It can tilt all the way, all the way up. So it can be used in classrooms for teaching. A lecturer can stand and teach. And then,
even in concerts.
Yeah, even in concerts. For those that love nightlife. Yeah, for the DJs. Again, we have a good camera up there, which is retracting. Yeah. Goes back.
The megapixels for the camera?
13 megapixels.
No way.
But it can be changed. You can have from 0.3 all the way up, depending again on what you have. We have the DVD slot. So your machine is complete.
Wow.